Our next stop along the side of the road is up here in gold country. We are in Tuolumne County. We were heading down Highway 49, which cuts right through the heart of gold country, and somehow or another around the little community of Columbia, we made a wrong turn and we got off Highway 49. I'm not sure what this road is called, but we pulled into this place called the 49er Ranch. Welcome RVs and clubs. Well, we're not in an RV and we don't belong to any clubs, but we met Bill. Introduce yourself to everybody, Bill.
Hey, Huell, Bill Meissner.
And you own this place.
And we've owned this since 1980, 25 years.
Well, tell us a little bit about this, because this is full of history. We've stumbled on something here, haven't we?
You sure have, Huell. This started out as a dairy farm in 1852. In 1852, a family came here from Kentucky to seek their fortune in the gold. When they got to Columbia, they found there was maybe 15,000 miners already searching for the gold. And they made what I think is a very good decision. They said, maybe we'll do better if we trade our skills and knowledge of dairy farming for the gold rather than going for the gold directly.
So they made this into a dairy farm.
This was a dairy farm.
And is this the original barn?
This is the second barn. This barn they built, all of our buildings were built in the 1800s. This was built to house their stable their horses, and they had a tack room for harnesses. They had a blacksmith shop here, because in those days you didn't have a corner hardware store or machine shop to get.
Now, what's this house over here? It's your office today.
This building now serves as a store and office. This was the second ranch house. The first ranch house was just up the hill a little bit, and it fell apart and was replaced by this about 1920.
Oh, wow. And is that one of the old barns over here too?
This barn was the original barn that housed their dairy cows. In those days, a half a dozen dairy cows was considered a good size herd. As we approach it, you'll see that the siding of that is original hand split cedar siding.
Wow.
If we go into the older part, you'll see hand hewn beams, mortise and tenon type construction.
Now, what is this little octagon thing out
Well, this we built 25 years ago.
Oh, it's brand new.
It's brand new. This was our store and our office up until about 10 years ago.
Wow, this really looks old. You got moss and grass growing on the roof.
That we have. We tried to retain the history and the ambiance of the old ranch, but yet in the same time provide modern conveniences for our RVing guests.
Now, this is really old-timey out here. When you come here with your RV, look over here. You're literally, I mean, you really get into the spirit of the gold country when you're here, don't you?
Well, we do. You can see a gentleman up by the water wheel there panning for gold right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's really panning for gold.
He's panning for gold.
Can we walk up there?
We sure can.
All right, this is the real thing. We've hooked up with, your name is?
Michael.
Now, what are you doing over here, Michael? Are you really panning for gold?
Yes, I am.
Well, show us how this works. What are you doing? Are you finding any?
Yeah, I'm finding quite a bit.
Where does this water come from? What's happening here?
Well, this is a water wheel that I built some years ago for no better reason than I just wanted to see if I could build a water wheel. We have a pond here, and then we have a recirculating pump that powers the water wheel.
Well, where is this material coming from that he's finding gold in?
This material is ore that is coming from the now called the Lost Dutchman Mining Association gold camp at the bar of Italian Bar Road.
Michael is panning for gold, and right down here below Michael, sitting in front of their RV, is his wife, and you've got the gold.
You betcha.
You're holding on to it.
You betcha.
Now, what are we looking at down here?
We're looking at about, anywhere between $25, $30 worth of gold.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Now, what will you do with this gold? You've put it in the little vial.
Yep,
here.
he put it in a little vial, and that's his first keepsake. It's like you save your first dollar, he's going to save his first gold, too.
All right, now, come over here. Let's look at this thing. Do you live here?
Yes, sir. Very pleased to say that we live here.
How long have you lived here?
What is it, about a month now, Bill?
Coming on a month.
Bill and Pat allowed us to come and stay with them, and we came here last year. We were camping, and we found out we're not tent people, we're RV people. So we came up back this year, and we stayed.
Well, now wait a minute. Do they just stay forever, or do they are they here permanently, or are they going to move on?
We were temporary permanently because we're looking for property for our own gold panning sake and for our own residency.
Wow, but what a wonderful place under these trees.
Right, we're originally from Southern California, down around happiest place in the world, Anaheim, and we just love it up here. This is God's country, and obviously this is where He wants us to be. This is where we're going to be. This is a fantastic place for anybody to come. And Bill and Pat, they make everybody feel so warm and welcome.
A log cabin.
Yes, Huell. I always wondered what it was like to try to make a log cabin, so about 20 years ago, I tried it.
You built this log cabin.
That I did, and after I built it, I says, that was nice. I don't think I'll try it again.
So it just sits up there.
Well, it sits up there now. It's a chicken coop. We have our own fresh ranch eggs for our guests.
Wow. You know, this really is like, and here's the RV cat down there. What's the story on the cat?
Well, that's Inky. He's my wife's cat. We had a little Skipper Key dog for 17 years that died of old age. It was black, and so we now have a black cat.
You know, this whole thing is like stepping back in time. Do you know what you've got here?
I do, and Lord, you're good.
How did you get into all of this?
Well, that was a lot of things in my life were unplanned. I had moved up here after surviving 2 years of cancer therapy at Stanford Hospital. I had advanced Hodgkin's. In the spring of '79, I was given a clear sign. They said they no longer can detect the cancer. In August of '79, I moved my wife and my two boys. I had two girls that were already out of their home. And we moved up here. I had no intention of buying anything like this, but due to unusual circumstances, I became the happy owner 25 years ago.
Didn't know anything about it before you got into it.
Absolutely nothing.
You weren't an RVer.
Was not an RVer.
You weren't a camper.
I was an avid backpacker, and at that time I thought RVs were for wimps. I now own a motorhome.
And an RV park.
And an RV park.
Well, I hate to call this an RV park because, I mean, this is not your run-of-the-mill, pardon the pun as we look at the mill down here,
that is
the
true.
water well. This is not your run-of-the-mill RV park.
Well, to my knowledge, there is no park like our 49er. This is a joy to me because I was able to, over the 25 years, make it what I wished to make it.
Which is?
What you see.
Well, this has been absolutely wonderful. We got the old barn here that takes us back to the dairy history, the trees, and all of this happened because we somehow or another made a wrong turn. And what is the name of this road that we were on?
Okay, this is Italian Bar Road in the Gold Country. Names usually are just simple descriptions. This is the road going to a bar on the South Fork of the Stanislaus River that back in the gold rush, a group of Italians got wealthy mining. And it's still an active mining camp.
So that's why they called it Italian Bar Road.
That is correct.
Well, I'm not sure how we got here, but I sure am glad we did. I'm glad we made a wrong turn. You're going to get us back on the right road, aren't you?
I will help you find your way.
We still have places to go, but thank goodness. Let's just take one more look at this as we leave. It's called the 49er Ranch RV Park, and boy, are we glad that we came here today. This just proves that you never know what you're going to find on the side of the road.
Thank you, Huell.
Thank you. We've had a wonderful time. Who knows where we're going to end up next, but we sure did have a good time here.